this is the one. This is the chocolate chip cookie recipe you pass on to your kids and your grandkids. Seriously. This is the cookie you bring to office parties, dinner parties, birthday parties, potlucks, and bake sales. I know there are a lot of cookie recipes out there, and a lot of them are great, but this one stands out. Not only because it's so easy, but because it's so versatile and adaptable. You want to brown your butter? Sure thing, but you don't have to. You want to go ahead and chill your dough? Go ahead, but you don't have to either. Do you want to add nuts or other mix-ins? Be my guest. And no matter what, you get a foolproof, delicious cookie. I got this recipe from a friend when I was working my way through 10 cookies at a bake sale, and hers was the best. And she shared the recipe with me, and I'm sure it's out there somewhere on the internet, but I wanted to share it with you. Plus, I'm going to link to a recipe card I've designed in case you want to print it out and, I don't know, share it with your friends when you bake these cookies. Now, I've tested the recipe 5 times once I got it, and while they always tasted great, they never looked like hers at the bake sale. And when I asked her what she did to get that big chewy look, she shared this simple trick which just surprised me, and I'll share that with you after the recipe. First, set your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. For the dry ingredients, combine a half a teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of salt, and 240 grams or 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Whisk it together, but don't show off, and set this aside. Now melt 180 grams or 3/4 cup of unsalted butter in the microwave in 20 to 25 second bursts. While that's melting, prepare 213 grams or 1 cup of packed brown sugar and 100 grams or a half a cup of white sugar. In a stand mixer, or you can do it by hand too, combine the sugars with the melted butter and mix on low until combined. And periodically scrape down the sides. Add 2 teaspoons of vanilla and slowly add 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. Mix until combined. Slowly add your dry ingredients. I like to add a little flour first and then mix and then add the rest. Don't overmix. Just combine until the dough comes together. Finally, fold in your 270 grams of chocolate chips. I use a mix of milk chocolate and semi-sweet, and I'm adding a bit of dark chocolate because I can. The original recipe that was shared with me called for 2 cups or 340 grams of chocolate chips, but I thought that was too much chocolate. Yes, I said it, too much chocolate. Come at me. Now, I love chocolate, but the cookie dough is so good. In fact, my wife said that she could eat the cookie with nothing in it. It was that good. And I agree. Now, we could let this rest in the fridge, but we're baking them now. Line your baking sheets with parchment paper and use an ice cream scoop for uniform cookies. You can scoop them big or just split them in half. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 11 to 14 minutes or until the edges are golden brown, but the centers are still soft. Let them sit on the baking sheet for 5 to 10 minutes more, and then transfer them to a wire rack to cool completely. While cookies are baking, I want to tell you that you can obviously put more chocolate chips on top if you like, but one of the tricks to really beautiful chocolate chip cookies is to 2 minutes before they're done, pull them out quickly and then decorate them with some chocolate chips on top, and they come out looking amazing. You'll see. Here's my friend's trick to get her cookies to hold their shape. She adds up to 3/4 cup or 80 grams more flour, 1 tablespoon at a time, to the dough. You can add a bit more or a bit less, it's up to you. Now, I don't know why she didn't just change the recipe she shared, but she kept it as is because it's probably just a great recipe. And it gives you at least 2 types of cookies, flat and chewy or big, tender, and round. And yes, you can brown the butter. Melt it in a pan on medium heat until it bubbles and froths. And when you smell a nutty caramel scent, take it off the heat. There is a fine line between brown butter and burnt butter. You can add a bit of water or an ice cube to cool it down. Follow the recipe the same from there. Add it to the sugar and there you go. And yes, you can still chill your dough. Now I have 3 different doughs that I've prepared prior that I'm going to bake right now. I've made one recipe but used vanilla paste instead of vanilla extract. And I made one with brown butter with more flour and vanilla extract. And this dough is just left blank because I'm going to make my wife a mega pecan cookie just for her. With bigger cookies, I had to increase the cooking time by a couple of minutes. Like I said, totally adaptable. So there you have it, the ultimate chocolate chip cookie. Perfectly crispy on the edges, chewy in the middle, and bursting with chocolate in every bite. Plus, this dough is so versatile. Give this recipe a try and let me know what you think in the comments below. Happy baking, and I'll see you in the next one.